Now in today's video, I'm going to talk about how you can actually make 10K a month without working 12 hours a day. Now, a lot of you guys, you're working on your 9 to 5 job, you're working every day, you're probably working around 8, 9, 10 hours a day. And at the end, you come home with maybe $2, $3, $4, even $5,000. Now, what you guys are doing is working a 9 to 5, right? So essentially you're trading your time for money. And not only are you trading your time for money, but you're trading your time for peanuts, really. Because to make $2, $3, $4,000 really and truly in today's world is actually quite easy if you actually do it the smart way. Now, before I continue with the video and talk about how you could actually start making 10K a month without actually having to work 12 hours a day, let me just give you a bit more background information on myself so you know I'm qualified to talk about this. So my name is Alim and I left the UK over 12 months ago. I used to work a 9 to 5 job back in the UK. I've worked several jobs over my time, working in Argos, working in World Duty Free Warehouse. I also worked at Sky as well. And after working these jobs, I got to a point where I decided, you know what, enough is enough. I don't want to work 9 to 5 anymore. I want more freedom. I want to work for myself. And I also wanted to move to Dubai. So what I did was take one of the biggest risks of my life, which was quitting my 9 to 5 job, packing my bags and just moving to Dubai. Now at the time I didn't really have any savings. I had a little bit of online income, but really and truly it wasn't enough to live off. And now if we fast forward over 12 months later, I now work for myself in the greatest city in the world. All because I decided to work on myself and work on my online business. And that's what's enabled me to own a coaching business that earns me 6 figures a year. Now I've done this in a very short period of time. In fact, I may have moved over 12 months ago, but in the last 6, 7 months is when I actually established my business. So I have made significant progress and I have been able to do really well for myself. Now, just a quick one, if you are interested in growing your own coaching program where you want to help other people by selling your skills and knowledge to high ticket clients, well, you can either DM me on Instagram, or alternatively, the better option would be to book in a call with me. And what we'll do is we'll jump on a call and I can see how I can help you. So enough about me and my coaching program. Let me talk to you guys about how you can make 10K a month without having to work 12 hours a day. Now, the first thing that you guys need to understand, right? You need to change your mindset. Now, mindset is such an easy one, right? A lot of people talk about mindset, but to be honest, since I've worked a few 9 to 5 jobs in my time and now I'm doing business full time, there is a massive mindset shift. You need to firstly understand that the only way you're actually gonna make 10K a month properly is by doing a business. It's the most easiest way to make 10K a month. Forget about doing a job. Forget about trying to get a promotion. Forget about even trying to do overtime. The best way for you to make 10K a month is if you work on a business. Now, when you're working a 9 to 5 job and when you're doing a business, they are two different things, complete different things. The main foundation is a 9 to 5 job, you get told what to do. You have daily tasks, which you need to complete. And in a business, you are responsible for absolutely everything. So if you decide not to work one day, well, that's on you. There's no one going to be telling you that you should be doing this, you should be doing that. Essentially, you call the shots, you make the decisions, and you have to pretty much do everything. So you need to firstly understand, right? With a 9 to 5 job, yes, it's stable income. Yes, you get told what to do, so you know exactly what you need to do. Yes, you can get help from your boss or from your colleagues if you're stuck on anything. But if you look at the positives of a 9 to 5 job, that is what's there, right? But if you have a look at the negatives, which is you won't be able to make more than a certain amount of income. You have to go into work when the boss tells you. You work extremely long hours and you don't have any freedom. Now, if we have a look at the negatives of business, yes, you don't get told what to do. So there could be times where you're genuinely stuck and you won't know exactly what to do. The money is earned by what you do. So if you decide to slack off on your business or slack off on a few days, that will essentially mean that you won't make as much money. And thirdly, it is a very stressful thing. And not a lot of people can actually deal with that. Now, if we have a look at the benefits of business, right, which is the best thing. The benefits of doing a business is that you get to work when you want, okay? So you have total freedom. You can make as much money as you want. Now, I know a lot of people might say, no, when you start a business, it takes time. No, genuinely, you can make as much money as you want. You get to work when you want, you get to work where you want. And I'm talking here about an online business. So business is obviously the best choice if we look at, the vehicle to make you 10K a month. There's people that do freelancing, which I guess you can make good money doing that. But most times in freelance, you're essentially trading your time for money anyway. And you're not really going to be making as much money as you want. So what business models are left, right? Now, I've done a few in my time. I've done drop shipping, I've done affiliate marketing, I've done YouTube content creation. I've done so many different types of business models, which have brought me good money as well, but they just weren't sustainable. So having a look at all these other business models, I decided to try another business model, which I saw a lot of success from a lot of people, which was starting your own coaching program. Now, a lot of people are probably asking, what is a coaching program? How does it work? So essentially, you teach people a certain knowledge or skill. For example, there's a woman here in Dubai. She teaches people how to knit. She makes around $18,000 to $20,000 a month. And she charges, I believe, around $1,000 a month. So she's got around 18, 19, 20 clients. You've got another person that teaches people how to stop drinking alcohol. He charges $8,500. He works with high-level entrepreneurs who are probably making over 100K a month. So 8.5K is nothing to them. And he makes around $85,000 a month. I've got my own coaching program where I teach people how to actually start their own coaching program. So just a quick one. If you do want help setting one of these up and you want some help from me where I can basically scale you to 10K a month within 3 months of working with me, well, you can either DM me if you have any questions on Instagram, or alternatively, the best option would be to book in a call with me and we'll jump on a call and I can see how I can help you. Okay, so let me tell you exactly how you can make 10K a month by working less than 12 hours a day. In fact, let me tell you how you can make 10K a month by working less than 12 hours a month. So listen carefully, because I'm essentially going to give you guys the full blueprint so you can start one of these yourself. So number one, you've got to identify a skill or a niche, okay? So there must be something you're good at. Now, a lot of people tell me, oh, I don't have a skill, I don't have a niche. Bullshit. Everyone has a skill, right? Unless you've been living under a rock for the last 20, 25 years, everyone has a skill. As I gave the example earlier, there's a woman here teaching people how to knit. She makes around $18,000 a month. And let's be honest, knitting isn't really a high level skill. So some of you guys will definitely have a skill that's better than knitting. Again, this skill can be anything and you don't really need to be an expert at the skill. A lot of people have this notion that they need to be a 10 out of 10 expert. No, even if you're a 6 out of 10 or a 7 out of 10 on this skill, right? You can teach people that may be a 2 out of 10 or a 3 out of 10. Or even if you're a 5 out of 10, you can teach beginners who are starting out from zero. Because to be honest, they're actually going to learn more from you because you're not that far advanced. So now once you've decided, okay, I've got a skill, I've got a niche, what do you do next? Well, the next thing that you do is need to package that into an offer. Now the offer is very important, okay? This is where you charge your pricing, this is where you charge for your deliverables. Now I'll give you guys an example, okay? Let's say you charge $5,000 for a 3-month program. And in those 3 months, you give them 1 hour one-to-one calls. So now if you just get 2 clients for $5,000, well, you make 10K working 2 hours a week. Now, granted, yes, it would be like a 3-month program, but there are people that are charging $5,000 a month. So for example, if you're charging $5,000 a month, you only need 2 clients to make 10K a month and you'd be working 2 hours a week. Now, if we compare it to some of you guys 9-to-5 jobs, you work around 40 hours a week and you bring home in a month maybe $2,000, $3,000 or even $4,000, which when you look at the grand scheme of things, isn't a lot of money, because there are people that are literally working 2-3 hours a week and making nearly 5 times your salary. Honestly, guys, you really need to put it into perspective. People are working 2 hours a week compared to your 40 hours a week and are making 5 times your salary. I mean, if that is not enough motivation to decide that I want to work on a business or a coaching program or something else, then I don't know what's going to motivate you to quit your job. Now, I don't recommend people just quit their jobs and starting business, right? That's what I did, and I don't recommend people doing this because you do need some stable income. You obviously do need some money coming in because a lot of you guys have bills to pay, and that's fine. But why don't you start a coaching program alongside your 9-to-5 job? And once your coaching program starts bringing you in more money than your 9-to-5 job, well, then you could easily quit your 9-to-5 job. And if you're charging $5,000, let's be real, it's not going to be hard for you to get 1 client a month. It's very, very easy just to get 1 client that pays you $5,000. So now that you've got your deliverables, in this case, let's say $5,000 for a 3-month program for 1 hour calls a week, what do you do next? How do you actually get clients, right? Because clients aren't just going to fall in your lap. You're going to have to do some effort in regards to getting clients. Well, the best way that I found in my experience with actually trying to get clients is the organic route, and the best social media platform for that is YouTube. Now, a lot of you guys are probably scared to get in front of a camera because you're pussies or you just don't have the balls to get in front of a camera and try and change your life. Look, I've been there, right? I was one of the most introverted people ever. Like, I used to hate talking to people. I used to hate getting in front of a camera. Obviously, everything's changed now. And the reason things have changed is because I just decided one day, let me just get in front of a camera and just start filming. I started YouTube 3 years ago and I've developed so many skills through that. So what you need to do is film YouTube videos around your niche. So for example, if you're talking about crypto and you've got like a crypto investment program, well, you'll make videos about crypto. If you've got a knitting program like the woman here in Dubai does, well, then you'll make videos about knitting. If you've got a coaching program teaching people how to lose weight, well, you make videos talking about how to lose weight. So it's quite obvious what you need to do, right? You just need to film videos talking about the particular niche. What you then need to do is make a Calendly page or a landing page, somewhere where you can send the traffic to. And then on that page, there'll be like a booking page where they book in a call with you. And then what will happen is when you start making these videos and you start being consistent with it, eventually you'll start getting calls booked in because people will want to work with you. As long as you obviously mention your CTAs, like I've mentioned mine, for example, if you want to work with me, where I can help you build these type of businesses, well, you can book in a call with me by clicking the link in the description. So just like how I've just mentioned my CTA, you guys can do exactly the same thing. And then once you've got calls booked in, what will happen is that you'll then take these sales calls, okay, which that's what they are sales calls, because what you're trying to do is sell on that call. Now, the beauty of YouTube is they've probably watched you for a while before they booked in that call, which means they already know, like, and trust you. Now, these are the 3 foundations that kind of need to be in place before someone becomes a client. And that's what YouTube does. YouTube ticks all those boxes because they've watched your videos, they feel like they're listening to you through the videos, so when they jump on a call with you, it's like they already know you. And at that point, you just got to ask them questions to qualify the customer. So when I say qualify them, ask ask them questions, make sure it's tailored to your niche, make sure you can actually help them, then show them a presentation talking about your program, talking about your pricing, handle any objections that you'll need to handle, which is normal. And then once the customer is happy, you just send them a payment link and they are on board. You'll be now providing value to your client. And honestly, guys, this is genuinely the blueprint. This is how you can make so much money by starting your own coaching program. Now, obviously, there are so many more things about this, right? There's so many more things behind the scenes that you need to do in terms of your videos. There are certain videos that you need to make based on your niche. A lot of people struggle with their offer as well. They end up charging too low. And when you're a beginner in this, if you don't have any information or knowledge, it can get difficult. So this is where my coaching program comes in, because what I do is I help 9-to-5ers or any beginners who are looking to start this business model scale to 10K a month by selling their skills and knowledge to high ticket clients. And what I do in my program is work with you directly so we can actually make you a coaching program that's going to generate you 10K a month. So again, guys, if you are interested in this and you want to book in a call with me, make sure you click the link in the description. And honestly, I'll jump on a call with you and show you exactly how we can help you. So honestly, guys, right, you need to start opening your mind and understanding that a 9-to-5 job is not going to make you 10K a month. A 9-to-5 job will just not give you freedom. It will just be hard. You'll be listening to a boss. Why not scrap all of that and think, you know what, let me make money online, let me make money for myself, let me charge my own prices so you can have total freedom to work when and where you want.